The difference between men and women in relationships is men are usually thinking of relationships in terms of investing. They're more like investors. Women are more like the ones receiving the investment. So they have two different kinds of mindset. And an investor usually thinks of preserving his investment so that it grows. He's very interested in the growth of his partner and the future of the relationship, or the possibility of gaining rewards in the future. So they have a tendency to want to stay and make it work as much as possible. That's the mindset of an investor. Someone who's being invested in, on the other hand, has a mindset of seeking the best opportunities, because there are so many people who wants to invest on you, especially the more beautiful you are. So why would you stay in a place where you don't think you are getting the best investment? So you are more likely, you are being incentivized to leave. So if someone is not providing you the best investment, you think, okay, what are the other options out there? So you are less patient, you are less caring about the other person's well-being, as long as they serve you the way they want them to be, you want to be served. You are more demanding, you are less tolerant, you are more uncaring, more ungrateful, more diplomatic, more harsh and frank. Like, look at the capitalistic world. Someone who is trying to get the best, let's say an entrepreneur is trying to get the best out of his business, he's ready to make the choices. Like, he has to be very masculine, very very shrewd to manage his business and get the best profit out of it. So that's the same place, the same kind of mindset we put women when we put them as people who we invest on. And they want to see profits. They want to see, because that's what they see life as now. Because if you look at it, compare the profit entrepreneurs get to the romantic gestures that women see online. So on the entrepreneurs um, perspective, it's more money. On the woman's perspective, it's more flowers, more money, more competition with other girls, being above other girls, more makeup, more stuff, more spoiling, more restaurants. So it's more about that for her. So she wants to see how she can get the best of that. The entrepreneur wants to see how he can get the best of money with the lowest cost. The entrepreneur wants to see how he can do everything with the lowest cost and get the biggest returns. That's also how the woman sees it. So when she has to do so much to get the man, or to keep the man, or keep the family, she starts saying like, you know what am I doing here? I want to analyze my cost better. So they have to cut some things off. Entrepreneurs will be like, okay, let me cut off my employees. The wife thinks, I don't want to cook again. Like, I want to be able to come home, and I want my man to come home, and I don't have to cook all the time. I need my man taking care of more things. I don't have to be accountable. I can be as messy as possible, because even if you go, I'll get another one. I'll get another employee. He's probably going to do more for less. So that's one of the reasons why relationships fail, because we made the relationship We made relationships a capitalist venture. So it's less about family, less about wholesome goals, soulful things, more about competition, more about materialistic rewards. Yeah. And this is not something we're supposed to welcome in the family where we are bringing another human into, we are raising them. We're not raising them in a place of love and commitment with both parties willing to invest as much as possible. No. When we say, oh, this is how you get women by being as nice as possible, polishing your words. Men have to do a lot. Polish your word. As long as she's beautiful, she just has to be beautiful. The man has to be a lot. So when you make relationships like that, this is what you get. When the woman is just expected to be beautiful and you are expected to be everything. You have to be Superman. You have to have the money. You have to have the leadership. You have to have the will to wear down our defenses, and whatever trauma she has in the past. You have to be patient enough. You have to speak right all the time, even if you are stressed at work. You have to help her out all the time in different ways. You have to support her. Although women have their duties too, it's not as backed up by the government as men's. It's not backed up. It's not as cemented. Women's duties are always shifting based on their emotions, and they are even those ones they are always fighting against it. Like, no, why must I do this? Why must I go? Why must I? But if you say they should take up the other things that men do, they'll be like, no, I don't need a man. When it's time to stop funding the man's lifestyle, or you're richer than the man, and say you don't need it. But now when you have to do the other things like you ask for, since you can't do that one, so maybe you can cook or something, or you can be less emotional and be more supportive and less about yourself. Like, nope, I want my drama. So what exactly do we require women to do? Government requires the man to pay child support and stuff like that.